Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am Blazing X, and welcome to Cosmoteer Beta. That is right, this is my official Cosmoteer Beta review. As of, I believe, 2 weeks ago, Walt announced that we are officially allowed to make videos and post them on YouTube of the Cosmoteer Beta. So, without further ado, I am more than happy to finally make this review. It's actually been on my mind for quite some time, and I'm very excited to start this off. However, let us begin. So, first off, okay, so as you get in here, obviously you can see how the tutorials are still here, which is nice. But what you also get, okay, so first off, you have your settings, you have your galaxy thing, which is sort of like how it used to be in the old creative, but if you had a galaxy. You had new ship, your ship library, your doodads, which is like station, or not stations, asteroids, solar systems, crew, etc. And you even have like your hyperspace beacons, and you have all this stuff. These are basically to create objectives, which I actually could use for challenges, which is very interesting. Resources of plenty. There's also, as you can see, a whole bunch of new resources. So here, you actually, in this version, you actually have to, rather than just have missile factories and cannon factories, you actually have to get other resources. Like, for instance, this makes bullets for the cannons, and these make EMP bombs, and things like that. And as well, these are asteroids that you can mine some of these resources and get them. This gets very interesting when you start playing in the career mode, which is basically Bounty Hunter Advanced, which honestly I am very glad they kept. I was told for a long time that Bounty Hunter was basically dead, and to see it still basically alive, I'm very happy. Over here we got solar systems, so this actually has replications, because this is a sun. And or I should say a star. And the star, you can essentially make borders, essentially, if you really want to do. So now in time, these are kind of like red zones from the old games. From Classic. So it's very, I definitely like it. However, let's move on to the cooler things. Let's go into, wait, no, did we go into doodads? No, yeah, we did. Okay. So let's go into ship library. Obviously, as you guys can see, I have built a few ships. I have built some new scrubs, which I gotta show you. I just gotta show you. Look at that. Look at the graphics on that. Look at the graphics. That is so much different compared to the old Scrub V4. Like the old graphics of them. I gotta give credit. That's very nice. As you can see here, if you pump this on, this is resource management. So usually there is resources down below where you can organize, like there's usually storages that you use to organize your resources that you collect, like it's in career mode. And actually in domination, this is actually quite significant because you can collect parts in domination and use them to fix your ships rather than just have money. So it is actually very interesting. Parts are a massive deal. Parts and money go hand in hand in this game. It's so much different. As well, you can have what's called supply lines. So if you have a bullet factory, you can have them so that you can transfer it from the bullet factory straight to a gun or a resource pile, etc., etc. As well, you can have, very similar to the old game, this is basically crew behaviors, but also you can have crew manning, or you can actually transfer crew from one place to another. Like, for example, I can have 2 guys go over there, which they, oh yeah, they can. So it's very interesting. That is very cool. As well, I believe there is some new, I thought there was new, no there isn't. Hold on, there is. Oh, look at that. Actually, new symbols and everything. Look at this. Look at this. These are all new symbols. And these are of different factions in the game. So this is quite cool. Alright, so let's see. I don't want tutorial. Alrighty, so why not I show you guys a little bit of Bounty Hunter, or career mode, I should say. Wait, hold on, no, maybe I can, hold on. Let me see if I can spawn something in, hold on. Let me see if I can spawn in built-ins. Monolith. Station, Monolith Station, give me a station. So these are basically resource spaces. And these guys, this is where you get your missions from. This guy, and I think I can set him... Hold on, where allegiance? Okay. I believe AI... No, invulnerable. I could set it as invulnerable. Well, I gotta restock all resources. Ooh, look at that. See, obviously, as you can see, these, if you find them out in the world... Like, hold on, I'm gonna see if I can actually... Neutral. There you go. So, if I'm not mistaken, right now, I should... Oh, I can? Why not? I don't understand, I'm confused. Usually there is a communication button here, but considering we are in creative mode, I can't use that. But essentially, I'd be able to actually communicate with these ships, and I'd actually be able to get quests and stuff from them. So I'm going to actually go into career mode and show you guys that. Okay, so we are in, as you can see, we are at a station. I'm going to show you guys exactly what I mean. So this is my world, and as you can see here, if you zoom out, which we can, this is the galaxy in a career mode. It is massive, and they are actually, this is a medium-sized galaxy, I think, I'm not sure on that. In this mode, rather than just using an FTL drive to fly around all willy-nilly, not only do you need to go to a hyperspace beacon point, but you also need the right amount of Imperium and the right amount of FTL drives. Because there are no... I think there's... I have to check if there's larger or not. But essentially, each FTL can only hold X amount of Hyperium. And thus, you can only travel so far. Now, no, I'm going to show you guys a little something. If you actually talk to the stations, some stations are friendly, some stations are not. As you can see, there are... different quests I can go on at the moment. These are things such as going to war against other factions, doing deliveries, exploring, etc, etc. There's rescue missions, all sorts of stuff. And if you take these missions and win, you get that money from that base. As well, this is the place where you can store, or not store, but you can buy and sell resources, blueprints, etc. I'm actually going to show you here. So like right here, this is where you sell all your resources, and buy resources actually. Right here is where you sell this is where you buy your blueprints, not sell them. And this is where you actually buy crew. So no, you have X amount of fame, and you need to be essentially build up your fame to get more crew. Because as time goes on, that gets more difficult to get people. As well, you can also communicate with these guys, and you can communicate with other bases, etc, etc. You can't communicate with enemies because they are hostile, but you can also trade with these, like you can trade with like the last light years, minor suppliers. You can actually get units from them as in crew, and you know they're also just flying around the galaxy. They're just everywhere. But also, as you can see, this is a new type of graphics for the Fog of War, which I very much enjoy. Also, if you're wondering why there's so many stars, I took all the quests in the map. So, yeah, that's kind of on me. But still. So, yeah. Oh, I might as well show you guys while I'm at it. So, this is storage. every spot, for every block, there is, if you have a storage unit, a tiny microscopic space where you can place stuff. This is for storage purposes, like here, for example. Now note, you can't place multiple different types of materials in each spot. You can only place one type of material in each spot. As you can see, they're all organized. And also, if you look in here, you can see my organization in using the bullet factories to get from one place to another and also feed into the cannons. And you can also see that the bullet factory is using the sulfur going into the machine and pumping out bullets. Bullets are also, they're a lot more used now. They are. But also, what I like about this version of Cosmoteer is that rather than before we had to kind of build around, there was a barrier around these and shields, there's no longer a barrier. You can just build right on top of a shield, which I like a lot. Also, I don't think I saw it yet. Did I see it? I don't think I saw it. There is a new... Yes, there it is, the deck cannon. I haven't bought it yet. But I don't think I will, at least in this mode, not yet. Just because I hear it's very, not worth it. It paralyzes your units, apparently. Which, that's not something I want. Oh, but also, as you can see here, there is the communication thing. I think I already showed you guys that, but still. And also, this is a hyperspace beacon. You have to use this to jump from one specific system to another. So, is that it? Oh no, there is not. As you can see, there's also question marks around the map. Tons of them. And while some actually have, like, some are designated missions that you're supposed to go to and they'll tell you what's what, others, like this one, do not. And so it's your job to find them and explore them. They could be anything. They can be enemy bases to shipyards to literally boatloads of resources. And while I'm here, I might as well actually show you guys what I mean by mining resources. So this is... And note, there are resources that are more valuable in the game than others. I'm just going to show you now how to actually mine some resources. So right here, I have it marked out that there is indeed a carbon deposit right here, which is fairly worth mining. It's not... I have to check if it's actually used in any form of resource to actually make anything. But let's put it this way, it is worth selling in the early game. So you can see it's mining, it's a deposit. I'm going to select this and drag over the whole asteroid and it's going to start mining. And the way you can tell that you've gotten rid of all the carbon or Hyperium or iron or anything on this is by, there should no longer be a signal. Like, as you can see, there's a C over carbon. They're using the periodic elements, which I find very cool. I'll give credit to Walt for that. A for effort. That C will disappear when there's no more carbon on it. And also, as you can see here, there's a little warning sign right here showing that there's 11 people that are not in the shuttle. And there's also an evacuation button for in case there is an emergency, like an enemy ship coming nearby. Note, I have lost people because of me forgetting that there's people out in space. There was a glitch a little while ago where, like, if you had one person out in space, it wouldn't notify you. So it was very annoying, but I think that's fixed now, I think. So yeah, I'm gonna keep on that for a little while. You can also mine enemy ships using this, and you can also actually attack the stations too. I have, I'm not sure if you kept up on I actually played through a little bit on an older map that I had that got corrupt, but I did actually successfully take all the pirate bases in the map, or at least in my tiny microscopic system, and took a station as well. But that's a story for another time. As you can actually see the guys going around. They actually have limited oxygen. If you actually pause the game and you hover over them, you can see a little bar. That bar is their oxygen. So yeah, they best hurry. As you can see, that bar is slowly going down. The more it goes down, as you can see, that guy is going right away, even though he didn't finish the job. That's because he is not he is running out of oxygen, which I find a very cool built-in feature with these guys. And also, oh, I know I haven't built any of those. I am not. But also, what I found very interesting is that if you're building, you can't actually build a ship with lacking of crew compartments. Like, you can't build a ship now that only has like a crew capacity of 2. You actually have to build a ship now that can hold the proper amount of crew that is required to run the ship, which I find a very nice feature. So yeah, as you can see, they are mining all that up. And you can also see the star right there. Yeah. Oh, I have not shown crew. Yes, okay, so we're gonna actually do that next. That's the next thing we're gonna do. Wait, hold on. Do you have any space? One of these guys have space, I'm sure. I will transfer some crews. One sec. So this is actually I'm doing a hyperspace jump right now, a local. There's 2 types of hyperspace jumps. There is local and there's long range. The long range costs more, and the local you can just travel to the stations that are echoing throughout the system. I'm gonna check how many am I full here? Oh yes, I am. Okay, that's annoying. But I'm not here. So I'm actually gonna show you guys right now how transferring crews work, because I find it very cool and very helpful. Very helpful. Oh yeah, I'll heal you up. Why not? Actually, whilst I'm at it, I might as well upgrade your spiffy little crew quarters with some benefits. Boom, there we go, more crew. There we go, okay. So as you can see, so this guy's actually made it over. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to show you guys a crew transfer. So first off, you have to actually get near your ship or the downed ship, because some ships are actually you can actually conquer and take over, which I find very cool. And you can actually abandon your ships too, which I have not tried and I don't want to try. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this, you're going to transfer the crew, you're going to select your ship. So in this case, I'm going to pick the toothpick. And you're going to transfer over, I'm going to transfer over, you can actually transfer all crew, but then the ship goes docile and you kind of starts to float. But as you can see, they're starting to float, they're going in, and now they are part of this crew. And you actually see the color change depending on because I know like in the pirate bases, they're like dark purple. But in this case, they are now part of that crew, and they're still yours, which I find very good and very important crew management. How are you over here? You are still... Oh my gosh, 50... You're about to tell me there was 57 and... Oh my gosh. That's a lot. That's a lot of carbon for a pile like that. But as you can also see, there is still that C in there, meaning that I have to have it. In order to get the rest of that, I need a mining laser. There is no real mods right now. There are some that work. I have not tried them. But I know a lot do not work. A lot of your favorites don't work. You'd have to look. You'd have to talk to the mod developers on that. But I know a lot don't work. I know multiplayer right now works. I'm actually going to check in there for a moment, just to see if there's anyone on. As you can see, there's nothing found. Anyways, guys, I hope you all enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the review. A quick mention that the old Cosmoteer sign is still here and it has been updated, which I very much am glad to see. I want to thank Walt for considering me in the beta trial. This has been one heck of a journey and I most certainly appreciate it. I most certainly appreciate being included. 2 years ago, I never imagined that I would be here playing the beta. I want to thank Walt, and I want to thank the Cosmoteer community for allowing me this privilege. However, without further ado, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like down below and subscribe for some of my content. Also leave a comment down below on what you mean anime play or review next. And other than that, I will see you all in the next video. Bye!